But we did see we did see Governor Pence on the phone right after this debate. Was he talking with your dad?
You know what? I don't know. I came back here, so I would imagine so. I think my father would be incredibly proud of his performance, and I certainly was as a family member sitting in the front row. I think he hit it out of the park. He was poised. He was articulate. He was strong. He wasn't interrupting every single sentence like we saw from the other side. He wasn't using the same rehearsed sound bites time and time again, which you saw. I thought Governor Pence was amazing. I really think he represented the family, and I think he represented the party incredibly well tonight. And
your quick reaction in the interview with Dana, Pence did say, I think it's inarguable that Vladimir Putin has been a stronger leader in his country than Barack Obama has been in this country. You saw that exchange that the two vice presidential candidates had. I want to get your reaction.
Yeah, my reaction is simple. Right? Our president goes over to China 2 weeks ago. China didn't even bring a staircase up to Air Force One. It was interesting. Governor Pence was giving that interview in front of Air Force One, right? China didn't even bring a staircase up to Air Force One. No red carpet, no marching band, no dignitaries, nothing. Our president came out through the service entrance of the plane. That's what other world leaders think of our country. That's what other world leaders think of our president. We've lost respect, and my father will restore respect, and Mike Pence will restore respect. And I think the comment was very, very valid.
Diana.
Governor Pence was asked many times to defend and explain some of the things that your father has said, and he sidestepped and avoided a lot of those opportunities to do that. Now, some would say that he didn't take the bait, like, frankly, your father did last week. But on the other hand, he also decided not to defend your father and some of the things he said. Were you, as Donald Trump's son, were you disappointed? Would you have liked Mike Pence to defend him more?
This is playbook 101 for the Clinton campaign. It's been their entire life, right? Distract. The reality is Hillary Clinton has been a politician longer than I've been alive, if you can believe it. If you look at her track record, whether it be Syria, Libya, the entire Middle East, Iraq, ISIS, the Russian reset, if you go back to her time as a senator where she said she was going to create 200,000 jobs in upstate New York, and you know what the net effect of that was? That by the time she left the Senate, New York State and upstate New York had lost an additional 8,000 jobs, right? You look at the Clinton Foundation and the wreck that it is. It might be one of the greatest Ponzi schemes in history. You look at the email controversy. You look at
Eric, you're doing what your father didn't do, which is pivot to what Clinton did or didn't do. But my question
respectfully,
for you,
she should be prosecuted on the case, right? I hear this garbage. Oh, Trump has business interests in Russia.
But Mike Pence was specifically asked to defend your father, and he declined to do so.
I think Mike did an amazing job tonight. I think the governor did an absolutely amazing job, not only defending, but also putting the arguments back on them, because you know what? As Secretary of State, as Senator of New York, right? She has done an absolutely terrible job, and it's cost our nation trillions of dollars. It's cost our nation thousands and thousands of lives.
There's a lot of talk tonight about federal income taxes. Can you just put this to rest? Has your father paid federal income taxes?
We pay a tremendous amount of taxes, and beyond
federal income taxes,
and beyond taxes, we also employ tens of thousands of people. The difference between my father and Hillary Clinton is Hillary Clinton has lived off of the government her entire life. She's never created
Eric, my question, though, is has he paid federal income taxes over the last 18 years, yes or no?
Of course, yes, absolutely. My father pays a tremendous amount of tax. We as a company pay a tremendous amount of tax. We as a company also hire a tremendous amount of people, which leads to people being able to provide for their families, people being able to take care of their families, people being able to educate their children. If you look at Hillary, on the other hand, she has never signed the front of a check once. She's never balanced a budget.
So if we ever see your father's income taxes, it will show that he has paid federal income taxes.
There's no question about it. We pay tremendous taxes as a
Will
company.
We see it?
Well, listen, when the audit is over, my father will release it.
Have you seen his tax returns?
And quite frankly, when is she going to release the hundreds of speeches that she gave to special interests? When is she going to release the hundreds of speeches that she gave to Wall Street? Where are those speeches? Why won't she release them? When is she going to release the 33,000 emails?
Have you seen his federal income taxes?
That she deleted after, quite frankly, lying to the Department of Justice, lying to the FBI, and also lying to Congress.
Eric, I'm pretty impressed actually
should show up
because you
at
haven't been
debate prep.
exactly you haven't been in politics that long, and you're doing the pivot quite well. If you can just put a button on this, have you seen your father's income taxes?
Yeah, I don't study your tax returns. That's why you
No,
have.
but have you seen them?
Of course, you see tax returns.
No, have you seen your father's tax returns?
I'm
and
answering the
you're
question.
confident?
Of course, I've seen my father's tax
But he's
returns.
paid federal taxes.
My father pays a tremendous amount of tax. As a company, we pay a tremendous amount of tax, and it goes so far beyond federal income taxes. How about real estate taxes? How about employment taxes? How about sales taxes? How about every other type of tax that goes into that? We pay a tremendous amount of tax as a company. That is very, very, very different than Hillary Clinton, who's lived off the government for the last 40 years.
John King has a question, but very quickly, why not release the income tax returns that are no longer under audit?
Listen,